Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash Out, a channel where you don't get dealership rehearsals, you don't get sugar-coated marketing fluff, and you definitely don't get the same tired one-liners you've heard 100 times before. Here, it's all about the raw truth and no filters, no scripts from the manufacturer, and no fake hype. Today, we're diving into something truly legendary, a car that carries one of the most iconic names in American muscle history, reborn for the modern era, the 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 429. Yeah, you heard that right, the Boss is officially back. Exterior now. When Ford brought the Mustang into its 7th generation, enthusiasts were thrilled. But these are broken bar. This is on a whole different level. The 2026 Boss 429 isn't just another special edition or a badge-engineered trim. It's a full-blown homage to the original 1969 Boss 429, a car that was built to dominate NASCAR and instantly became a muscle car legend. The modern version keeps that spirit alive but injects it with brutal modern performance, cutting-edge tech, and a design that screams old-school muscle with futuristic aggression. The first thing that hits you when you walk up to the new Boss 429 is the stance. It doesn't just sit on the road, it owns it. The front end is unmistakably Mustang, but it's been dialed up to 11. The massive, functional hood scoop dominates the view, not just a design cue from the past, but a real, working intake feeding air to that monstrous power plant underneath. The front fascia is sharper, angrier, and lower, with a redesigned grille that proudly wears the 429 badge. The headlights are slimmer and more aggressive, running with Ford's latest pixel-LED tech that gives the car a menacing stare even before you fire it up. The lower bumper gets large, open vents with aerodynamic fins that channel air perfectly for both cooling and downforce. Everything here looks like it was designed in a wind tunnel, and probably was. Move to the side, and that classic long hood, short deck silhouette remains intact. The proportions are pure muscle, wide shoulders, a low roof line, and massive rear haunches that look like they're flexing even when the car's standing still. Ford fitted the Boss 429 with unique forged aluminum wheels, 820 inches up front and 21s in the rear, wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. The flared fenders add an extra inch of width on each side, making this car look like it's ready to launch off the line at any second. You'll also notice subtle carbon fiber touches along the side skirts and mirrors, hinting that this isn't just about nostalgia, it's about performance precision. Even the door handles are flush-mounted now, improving aerodynamics and giving the side profile a cleaner, more sculpted look. Around back, things get just as wild. The quad exhaust tips are massive, popping out from a carbon diffuser that's straight out of a race car. The LED taillights maintain that signature Mustang 3-bar design, but they're sharper, with a darker smoked finish. The rear deck LED features a ducktail spoiler that pays tribute to the 1969 Boss while enhancing rear stability at high speeds. The Boss 429 badging is tastefully done, bold enough to make a statement, but not so loud that it feels like a gimmick. And when you stand behind it and hear the engine fire up, that deep, angry growl, it's an instant reminder that this isn't just another Mustang trim. This is a purpose-built beast. Interior: step inside, and the modern Boss 429 shows just how far American muscle has come. The cabin feels both nostalgic and futuristic. The driver-focused cockpit wraps around you, and the moment you sit down, you feel that blend of heritage and technology. Ford went heavy on the materials here, a real carbon fiber, brushed aluminum, and premium leather with contrast stitching. The seats are special Recaro buckets, firm, sculpted, and designed to keep you locked in during high-speed maneuvers but still comfortable enough for a road trip. The 429 logo is embossed on the headrests and subtly lit by ambient lighting at night, which is just such a cool touch. The digital cockpit is pure next-gen Mustang. You get the massive curved display that merges the 13.2-inch center touchscreen with the 12.4-inch digital gauge cluster, both powered by Ford's latest Sync 5 system. The interface is smooth, customizable, and supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The graphics even change based on the driving mode, and when you switch into track mode, the entire screen transforms into a classic analog-style layout, paying tribute to the original Boss dash. There's also a new head-up display, a flat-bottom steering wheel wrapped in Alcantara, and aluminum paddle shifters that feel solid and mechanical. Now, let's talk about what really matters. What's under that massive hood? Ford didn't go electric or hybrid here. Thankfully, the 2026 Boss 429 is powered by a 7.0-liter naturally aspirated V8, an evolution of Ford's Godzilla engine. This monster cranks out around 670 horsepower and 615 pounds-feet of torque. No turbos, no superchargers, just raw displacement and engineering mastery. It's paired with a 6-speed DreamEck manual as standard, because Ford knows what enthusiasts want. However, for those who prefer a lightning-fast shift, there's also a 10-speed automatic with launch control and paddle shifting. Performance numbers: let's just say this thing moves. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens in about 3.4 seconds, and the top speed is well over 190 miles per hour. But it's not just a straight-line brute. Ford tuned the Boss with adaptive Magnaride suspension, upgraded Brembo brakes with 6-piston calipers, and a fully revised chassis setup that makes this car surprisingly agile. The electronic differential at the rear helps put all that power down cleanly, and in track mode, the car feels like it's reading your mind through the corners. The sound, though, that's something else. This V8 doesn't just roar, it screams. The titanium exhaust system is valve-controlled, so you can go from a civilized burble to a full-blown thunderstorm at the press of a button. And it's not synthetic. Every note, every crackle, every downshift pop is 100% authentic mechanical music. Ford didn't stop at performance. They also made sure the Boss 429 could handle real-world driving. Adaptive cruise, lane assist, 360 cameras, heated and ventilated seats. It's got all the modern comforts. You can delete this thing if you want, and it won't punish you for it. Now, let's talk money. The 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 429 starts around $125,000, and depending on how crazy you go with carbon options, track packages, and interior upgrades, you can easily push past $145,000. That's serious money. But you're not just buying a car, you're buying a piece of history reborn. And compared to European muscle like the AMG GT or BMW M8, it's still a performance bargain for what it offers. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 Boss 429 isn't just Ford flexing its heritage, it's a statement. A reminder that in a world rapidly going electric, there's still room for pure, mechanical, naturally aspirated greatness. It's not trying to be polite, it's not trying to be politically correct, it's unapologetically loud, raw, and alive. And that's exactly what the Boss name deserves. If you're a purist, this is your dream come true. If you're new to muscle cars, this is your gateway drug. The Boss 429 has returned, and it's everything we hoped it would be: a power, personality, and passion packed into one stunning machine. That's going to wrap up today's deep dive. If you enjoyed this review and want more real-world, no-fluff car content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Car Flash, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's next. Trust me, we've got some wild reviews coming your way soon. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and as always, keep your eyes on the road and your heart on the revs.